Hey everyone, this is C4 Sages back again with kind of a different video than what I'm used to, more or less a review video of the Threezero Naruto Big 016 scale Kakashi Hatake figure. I haven't seen any reviews on this specific figure on YouTube, so I thought I could kind of stick my hand and try to do a review video on a figure. For those who don't know, I'm a big 1/6 scale figure collector. I shouldn't say big, but I do enjoy collecting figures of some of my favorite characters from different media and things like that. And yeah, I thought it could be fun to do Kakashi. He's one of the most popular characters, not just in Naruto, but I think in anime history, in my opinion. He has one of the coolest designs. I mean, just look at him. He's a freaking ninja with white hair, scar on his eye, does lightning attacks, really cool outfit. And yeah, I was really excited about this. Right now we are looking at the box. This is what the box mostly looks like right now. It has a really nice shot of the figure itself. It's not like any artwork from the show or anything like that. I do like that they posed him. They did add like some lightning effects to the image, and there's like some nice artwork kind of to complement the background. Nice shot of the Naruto logo, and then obviously it says Fig 016 scale Kakashi. And there's also like some nice gold hints here, which is really nice. Here's the side of the box. Says Threezero right there. There we have Kakashi reading a not so a very naughty story is what I'll say. Definitely watch Naruto to get more context on that. And here's the back of the box with more or less all of the legal information, and then more or less what he kind of comes with. So overall, a nice kind of compact box when you open it up. And I'm kind of doing all this live, so bear with me. Has a nice image of Kakashi right there, and I've already taken him out of the box, but he was pretty compact in here. He had a lot of plastic, and so they packaged him very well. I was very impressed with sort of the unboxing experience. But if you know, for those who don't like to take their figures out of the box, you know, he comes with a nice window cover and case, if you will. So, and it's all in Velcro. So yeah, that's the box. These are all the accessories that come with the Threezero Kakashi figure, but I didn't realize until like last minute that the figures don't come with display stands. So hopefully you have one lying around, or you might just have to find one on eBay. I did end up ordering the Rocket Toys Kakashi stand. Somebody was selling it on eBay, and I just went in and purchased that one. The reason that I went with the Threezero instead of the Rocket Toys one was because this one was cheaper. It was actually a little bit more affordable than the Rocket Toys one. And honestly, I didn't want to 1/6 scale collecting could be very expensive for the most part, but I do wish that they came even with like a basic stand. I mean, there's other figures that I've collected over the years that have come with, you know, just plain black stances, no artwork, no nothing, or they at least come with something. So I am a little bit disappointed with that. But you know, I was able to kind of come up with a solution, just have to pay for extra cost. But yeah, these are more or less the accessories that he comes with, and we'll kind of start with his kind of mostly the main effect that he comes with. Here's his a lightning effect here. This is his Chidori. Some people say lightning blade. I know in the show he says lightning blade, but I know most people would just say like Chidori. It's really nice. It's really nice. He does come with a hand that's specifically, I believe it's this hand right here that you kind of insert it. I think there's a proper way to do it. There we go. It actually kind of keys in, which is very nice, and it holds very well there. Also do want to be careful when you're putting it into that sort of key in there. You don't want to scratch up the paint. Make sure you're careful with that. But it's a really nice effect. Do be careful though. It could be a little bit prickly on the ends. It is all made out of plastic, but it's a really nice effect. It's very strong in comparison to some other lightning effects that some of the other characters have came with. He also comes with some kunai, and these are very nice. Hopefully my camera will be able to pick that up. It probably wouldn't. I'm doing this on my phone, so I do apologize for those who want to see like more sort of amazing detail, but you know, I appreciate your patience. But you know, it is painted for the most part. There's some dark washes in there, so it's not just like a solid white. There's kind of like an off-white color with almost like some dirt. There's some like wear and tear to it, so I do appreciate it. And again, it's made out of plastic, but you know, do be careful when you're messing with these. I've been poked by some of these here and there, messing around with them and stuff like that. It doesn't move. It's a pretty solid piece. I know that there's some kunai that you can kind of unscrew it and then put it and say something like a hand like this, so it doesn't damage the paint. This one doesn't though, so just do be careful with that. He also comes with this novel that was made by Jiraiya, and for the life of me, I cannot remember the name off the top of my head. It is pretty detailed on the outside. You know, it's plastic, it's a soft material. Sadly, it does not come with anything. No pages. The pages don't move. I don't inherently dislike this. I kind of like that it's like you can kind of have it like this. There's some figures that I have that come with books this size, and they kind of just close up, and you kind of have to like really bend them so that they're kind of like this. I do wish that it came with like some illustrations or something like that. Perhaps, you know, if you're an artist and you know how to draw really well, perhaps you can just make it yourself, or maybe you can like print something and maybe you could stick it in there. But for the most part, it's nice. Kakashi's usually going to be reading it like this or holding it like this anyway, so it's not too much of a big deal, but it would have been nice to see that. He also comes with another face sculpt, and I'll kind of show what the figure looks like momentarily, but this is his second face sculpt, and it looks great. Sorry again if I can't really put it up close in front of you. I do apologize, but I think this looks really good. It is all painted onto the head sculpt. It's not like Rocket Toys where, you know, they had like actual like eyeballs in there where you can like take them out and like pose them and stuff like that. But it is really nice. Kakashi does look intense here. He looks like he is definitely going to fight someone. The headband plate looks really good too. It's nice and shiny, and his hair looks incredible in my opinion. This is like some of the best head sculpted like hair that I've seen on pretty much any of the figures, and his mask looks pretty good too. You can clearly see his nose. And yeah, Kakashi's one of those characters where he really has to express how he's feeling through his eyes, and I think that we're able to capture that really well with this specific sculpt. And although you can't see it super close, his Sharingan looks really good as well. And here's another face sculpt that he comes with. You can actually take off the head, and you can properly install all of this right now. I might show that momentarily for those who don't want to do that. But the figure also comes with some instructions as well, so you can always look in the instructions as well to learn how to do that. But you simply just take off the plate, you put this one on, and this is kind of his, like, you know, his happy look, I guess you can say, if he's ever telling jokes or if he's, you know, around team 7 or something like that. You know, that's it's nice just to have another option of him just kind of looking unserious to serious, and then you have kind of his like very joyful sort of look. And he does come with some hands. He comes with some fists. This is a fisted hand for punching. He comes with a set of them. He comes with a pair, I should say, of open fist hands. So this is for his kunai and whatever other accessory you kind of want to mess around with. Here's his jutsu hands. So when he's doing, whether it's shadow clone or any other, I'd say mostly for shadow clone, this might be the best one, but he can kind of do some other stuff. And he also comes with an open palm hand. And again, that's for the aforementioned lightning effect. And he also comes with this one, which is probably my favorite, very well-known episode where he and I apologize to all the Naruto fans out there, and I love Naruto, and I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of the specific move that he does to Naruto, where he shoves these fingers up a very specific area of Naruto's body and sends him flying. But for those who are Naruto fans out there and stuff like that, let me know in the comments below or let everyone know what the name of that move was. And I do apologize if I'm forgetting the name of some things. I can already see the fake fan comments coming. I promise I'm not. We just forget things sometimes, so do bear with me. But this one is really cool. It's all one sculpt. So the question, I guess, for me is how easy it's going to be to kind of install this to the body. We'll kind of take a look at that as I create some poses for him and stuff like that. But that's more or less, not even more or less, that's all the accessories he comes with. And again, there's no stand at all. So that's just one thing that we're gonna have to bear with for now. But that's enough for the with the accessories. Let's check out the figure. And here is Kakashi. No accessories on him. Pretty much how he came out of the box. He came with this hand, and he also came with this kind of open palm hand as well. And yeah, man, he is a really solid figure. He doesn't weigh a lot. I don't know precisely how much he weighs, but he's not a super heavy figure in comparison to if anyone watching here has collected any of the Rocket Toys figures, where some of those figures are pretty heavy. Super light figure. There's his sort of default head sculpt, which is, you know, his sort of regular face that he makes mostly throughout the show when he's just talking to anyone or listening to anyone. Again, the head sculpt looks, honestly, it's the star of the show. I think that they did an amazing job with the head sculpt. It's perfect in my opinion. Everything looks really good, from the headband to the hair to his expression. And again, like, Kakashi he's a tough character. A lot of his emotions come from how he sounds, his tone, and so yeah, they did a great job of capturing him. As far as the materials, this figure seems like he's going to be pretty easy to pose with. He doesn't have tons of limitations. These spiral pieces right here are made out of plastic. As you can see here as well. I think these are glued on, I'd have to guess, so I'd say just be careful with that. Hopefully that lasts for a long time in this piece right here. But this kind of feels like a cloth material. He's pretty much made out of cloth. This isn't plastic, this is actually cloth material as well. Here is his little I actually don't know what this is called. If somebody can tell me in the chat what this piece is called, I really appreciate it. I think this is where he keeps maybe some shuriken or some other types of weaponry. I know that this is where he keeps maybe some smoke bombs or some other stuff. This is being held onto by, I think, like a button, so it's like or like a plug, I should say. So it's kind of loose, but it's holding up relatively well. Yeah, man, I think he looks great. I think he looks really cool. I think compared to some of the other figures that I have, whether, you know, it's Rocket Toys or even Zen Creations, I think this is a great Naruto figure. If you're looking for a really good Kakashi figure, I don't see where you can go wrong with this guy. I think he looks really impressive. And I think the big question is how does he pose, right? Kakashi and most of Naruto characters, they're fighting, they're doing a lot of actions, a lot of motion. So let's check out his articulations. So as far as articulation goes, Kakashi, he's kind of, as I'm kind of moving him in real time, his joints feel very tight up here. So I'd say just do be careful with that. I think you were able to hear that. So he can kind of move like there. I would say it's not quite 90, but it's not bad. He also does have shoulder articulation as well. he can pretty much move he can fold his entire arm up until his face. So if he's kind of making a shocked look there. I also do like that his clothing, when he's like folding his arms, it's not like completely like bringing this all the way back. So I'd say the tailoring for the outfit is also quite good. Let's try this side. This side is a little bit easier to move. I'm trying to see if I can go higher, but I think that's the highest you can get. I think it might be restricted because of this piece right here, but for the most part, it's tight, so try not to mess with it too much. It looks like he comes with a double joint right here, so there's a joint kind of going up this way and that way. Sorry about that. Sorry if there's some blurry shots in the video, guys. Just bear with me. I don't do a lot of these videos or reviews like this. It's been a long time, so I do appreciate if you've been watching up to this point so far and bearing with all of the dialogue. His hands move really nicely too. He does have a ball joint right there. And I kind of like this. I like that this is like two separate pieces. There are some figures where it's like the entire glove, and like I feel like there's some restrictions when it comes to like posing it. I know that some Rocket Toy Naruto figures kind of do this. Like when I'm thinking of Madara, he has some gloves that like you have to like really shove it in there. So I like that this actually has like a ball joint here and that this is a separate piece. It makes posing when you're doing jutsus for him significantly easier. But yeah, for the most part, he has really good range of motion. As far as like moving his arms back, he can move it all the way there. So, if you're trying to get him to do kind of like a run, you can definitely do that. As far as like forward, yeah, he can move forward and he can actually go pretty high. So he can go pretty high right there. You can probably see that if I kind of angle it that way. So it looks pretty good. Do be careful with though, if you do something like that, this might get a little bit ruffled, but you can pose it back. And it looks like there is a wire in here as well, which is really nice. I also forgot to mention that this piece, his vest, doesn't come with a zip. It's closed at all times. And this is also made with a cloth material as well. I'm assuming that there's maybe some plastic in there. But yeah, overall, he feels really good. As far as like leg articulation, he can pretty much move kind of that far, which is quite nice. He does come with some squeaky ratchets. I'm just gonna move him there. I'd say this is a little bit loose, as you can see, but he can pretty much go all the way over there. I don't know why mine is so loose. It just is. This side is also a little bit loose. So there is some pretty loose articulation when it comes to that. And as far as his feet, he doesn't come with... I'm kind of forgetting what it's called, but when it's like two separate pieces where it where he's, the feet are able to articulate really well. Somebody in the comments will let me know. But yeah, he has tons of range here because, again, these are two separate pieces similar to his hands. So, if you want to... You can pretty much go that far, and you can pretty much go that far. And again, this is such a cool feature for the Threezero line because, again, the other Naruto figures, some of them, it's just all one piece, so it's kind of hard to, angle their ankles, and it makes it pretty tough. And here is him bending. Here's him bending back. He can actually bend back quite a bit, and he can pretty much go there. Lastly, let's look at his head articulation, and yeah, he can go pretty freaking far, man. He can go pretty much forwards and back. There we go, guys. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, he can this guy has a lot of range as far as his articulation goes. If you're looking to really get this guy posing and stuff like that, I don't think you're gonna have an issue with him at all. Man, this is so freaking cool. So I wanted to bring out Naruto from the Zen Creations line, just for, comparison's sake, just to see how he kind of stacks up. And in terms of height, Kakashi is significantly taller than Naruto is. So he scales perfectly with the other figures. This is like one of my favorite figures that I own. It's such a great figure. This guy comes with tons of accessories. Yeah, these two pair up extremely well. They almost look like they came from the same line. And here we have Kakashi and Itachi, and this Itachi is from Rocket Toys, one of my favorite figures in my entire collection. I still can't believe I own him. But yeah, these two are, I'd say, roughly the same height. You know, Itachi is kind of in a pose position and he's slightly bending down. I had to kind of get him in a position to stand up. In terms of scaling, these two scale great. I don't know what their inherent heights are as far as like their official heights from the manga and, you know, and the show as well. I know that there's that episode where Itachi and Kisame come to the village to, you know, look for Naruto, and, you know, he's fighting Asuma and Kurenai, and Kakashi comes out, and Itachi looks kind of short in those shots, but I guess here, you know, that this is how they're scaling. But man, these two standing together looks pretty freaking epic in my opinion. And I wanted to do one last comparison, just so that you can see. For some reason, you don't have Naruto. There is Sasuke, and the Sasuke is also from Zen Creations. I did not get the Threezero Sasuke just because I wanted this one a little bit more, although I think the Threezero Sasuke is probably a little bit better. This guy is not bad. I don't think he's the best figure in the Zen Creations line. But again, in terms of scaling, Kakashi is significantly taller than Sasuke, and I think, again, these two pair really well, in my opinion. And yeah, this is, again, just another really cool shot. Honestly, just from posing him throughout making this video and things like that, he's one of like the best posable Naruto figures to date. I thought that title went to Naruto himself from Zen Creations, but no, Threezero has crushed it with this release, in my opinion. He scales perfectly with almost all the characters, and honestly, you can use this Kakashi for your Naruto collection, or if you're doing a Shippuden collection. He's so accessible as far as like which collection you can put him in. And yeah, man, I think he just looks great. I think proportionally he looks great in terms of his tailoring. I think everything looks really well done. I'm still curious how he compares to perhaps a Rocket Toys version of Kakashi. Maybe one day I'll go ahead and pick him up. But if you want to save a little bit of cash, guys, and maybe invest on maybe a custom stand or any stand that you like, I would highly recommend picking up the Threezero Kakashi Sensei 1/6 scale figure. This figure has absolutely blown me away, and dude, I didn't even know that you could put his freaking hands in his pockets. Like, are you kidding me? It's freaking awesome. If you enjoyed this review video, thank you guys so much. Again, I'm kind of dabbling with messing around with some review videos on my channel just to kind of mix some things up, and I know for people who want to collect 1/6 scale figures, maybe you want to see a review on a video, maybe a collector just hasn't made a video on it, so I hope that was helpful. What did you like about this review? What was your favorite thing to see in this review? And if you're gonna pick this figure up or not. Yeah, definitely like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.